car. Messing up the audio. Don't they realize we're trying to make a video here? So last night we stayed just west of Kingman, and I think it's called the Cerebat Foothills Recreation Area. It's some free BLM land. There's a few other people here. I don't know if you can see them off in the distance. There's probably 6 or 7 people here. Overall, it was a pretty good spot. But today is going to be kind of a vehicle maintenance day. We're going to go get oil changed on the truck. And today we're going to try to drive all the way to Joshua Tree, where we're going to stay at an RV park just outside of Joshua Tree. Okay, just got our oil changed, so we're good to go for another 3,000 miles. We're going to run into the Walmart. Caitlin's gonna buy some food. I'm gonna buy some stuff for the truck, such as an air filter and some oil for our generator, so that we're ready for some boondocking with air conditioning. So we are getting ready to enter California, our westernmost state of the trip, or the farthest away state of our trip. That means we're getting ready to enter the state that is the halfway point of the trip. It's bright. So last night we stayed at 29 Palms RV Park. It's at the east end of the Joshua Tree entrance. We drove in and did the loop road through Joshua Tree. Today we're going to drive through Joshua Tree and stop at most of the exhibits and at the gift shop. And then we're off to LA. So Joshua Tree National Park. It is a beautiful park. I really wish we would have stayed in the park, but our tanks were all empty, so we had to stay somewhere to fill up. But a fun fact about these trees is they're not actually trees. They're also not cactuses. They're part of the lily family, of all things. We used Joshua Tree, California as kind of a judge for the temperature of the park here, and that's not the right way to go about it. So we kind of just assumed, okay, it's at the park. The temperature there is gonna be the temperature in the park. And whenever we looked at Joshua Tree, California in July, it was 110 degrees. So we're like, well, we're staying at an RV park where we can have air conditioning at 110. But then we get up into the park here, and the park's about 2,000 to 3,000 feet higher elevation than Joshua Tree and 29 Palms, the cities that are just outside of the park from the west and the east entrance. And so don't use Joshua Tree or 29 Palms, California, as your judge for the temperature in the park. The park's probably going to be 10, 15, maybe even 20 degrees cooler. So keep that in mind whenever you're planning your trip. I guess now we're going to finish our drive through the park, and then we're going to head off to LA. So you said something to me earlier that I want to hear said again.
Said I think I like Joshua Tree better than the Grand Canyon.
Just because it seems more like, I don't want to say accessible, but the things to do seem more doable.
Yeah, it inspires you to do things, whereas the Grand Canyon inspires you to think about things.
I would agree with that. That drive through LA was the most stressful part of this trip so far. It was actually even more stressful, I think, than when we broke the camper in Santa Fe. We went 6 miles and it took us 45 minutes. So we drove up to Griffith Park after that because there was no parking by the tar pits. And that was a 8-mile drive, I think. That also took 40 minutes. So the traffic in LA is as terrible as everyone says. It is 6 a.m. and there's already stop and go traffic and delays driving through LA. So apparently, if you're in the northern LA area and you're looking for a spot to boondock, the Pacific Coastal Highway is apparently the place to boondock. As we were driving through, there were tons and tons of campers just sitting there on the side of the road. Now with that said, we parked on the side of it for just a few minutes and it sketched us out pretty big time, because every time a vehicle would come by, your rig's all shaking and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it sketched me out. So you finally got your beach.
Yeah.
And it was a nice beach. There's usually tide pools there if you're there at low tide. So now we're trying to figure out where we're going to stay tonight, because all the places It's unfortunately Friday night, which I didn't really think about, and so all the places in Vegas are booked up. So we're not sure if we're gonna go past Vegas or stop before Vegas. So we'll figure it out. Last night we were so exhausted from driving that we didn't really record much of anything, but we ended up making it to Vegas, and we were staying at the Main Street Station RV Park, which is right off of Fremont. So we're gonna go explore Fremont Street, explore some of the casinos. We've been here before and been down Fremont, so we know what to expect. But we're gonna go explore a little bit. So I think that about does it for Vegas. Tomorrow we're gonna pack up, we're gonna leave, we're gonna go try to dry camp in Zion where it's 100+ degrees. So we're really gonna push our generator to the test and hope that it doesn't give out or have any problems.